Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Reine Des Fleurs. And we're having a banquet right now, where we're supposed to finally get to talk to the Shicho. Though right now we're just eating and enjoying Mr. Bonhair's delicacies. Well, let's see how this evening proceeds. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Every day is delightful, don't you think so, Princess? Yes, thanks to Mr. Bonhair. He gives me a taste of wonder through his dishes. He once made a cake so decadent that I couldn't even finish a piece.
I've always preferred drinking. Oh, Chrysanthemum had so many good drinks.
If you get used to eating, you would enjoy the food more. It was pleasant to see such unique meals every morning, noon, and evening. Morning, noon, and evening? Did you eat food on such a regular basis? Yes, we Hanabito may not need to eat or sleep, but to develop closer relationships with the knights, we tried to practice as many Tanabito habits as possible. I see.
Remember, as I told you, Princess, both eating and sleeping are very meaningful. Because of the little twins, you seem to enjoy taking tea often. On the other hand, your bed is merely decorating your room.
I have been trying.
I would hope so.
Hubert, please stop lecturing at the dinner table. It is very inelegant.
Oh, please pardon me.
Hubert has a point, though Ageha has saved me for the moment. If I am going to bond with my knights, I certainly must change my habits. Shortly thereafter, dessert was finished, and with all our appetites satisfied.
Now, for the main event.
The atmosphere becomes tense at Hubert's announcement, and a feeling of unease spreads.
I expect you all know this already. But let us go over the details as a matter of ceremony.
Yes, please do.
This imperial land, Partidam, was created in ancient times. It was created by Milene, the goddess of love and mercy, in order to supply the blessings of grace to the land. The tree in the center of the land is the source of grace, the spiritual power that allows the lands to flourish. The rain is the representative of the goddess's spirit and distributes the grace to the land. Our duty is to stabilize the world. To complete that task, we must have the support of 4 knights, 1 from each country.
Just to make sure, grace will be sent through the bodies of the knights.
Precisely. We can say their roles are to relay grace to the land for us. However, as you already know, an anomaly has occurred.
I have been hearing of these matters for quite a while now. When a rain takes her last breath, the next rain is supposed to be immediately born. However, this time it was several decades before another was born. We still do not know the reason for this.
Still, a rain was finally born, though we have waited long.
I nodded to him to continue.
Our rain has been thriving steadily, and now Knights of the Command have been selected.
I will take it from here.
Yes, the knights have been educated by the Shicho, who are the guardians of the command.
And that means they must abandon their Tanabito bodies. Because they need to gradually take grace into their bodies.
Yes, they will show up in Partidam after becoming absolute Hanabito. And they will build a strong bond with the rain to balance the lands in harmony. That is the gist of things. However, introducing grace directly into a Tanabito's body takes a great toll on it. Because of this, Previous generations took 4 to 5 years to complete this process. Because of the rain's long absence, the world is decaying at an accelerated rate. This being an extremely rare and dire situation, we decided to complete the education in 2 years this time. Before fully becoming Hanabito, we decided to bring them to Partidam.
What? This is completely new to me. Nobody has ever told me. Isn't that a bit much?
Well, that would be the expected response.
It was quite a difficult task. To complete such training in half the original time frame was ridiculously intensive. Everyone knew about this. Yes, it was Mr. Hubert's instruction. Why was I not told of this all this time?
You already had many obligations to learn of as a Reine. I decided it would be detrimental to distract you from your core duties.
That sounds reasonable, but Partidam is filled with concentrated grace. Can the Tanabito's bodies endure its pressure?
Of course, we have already taken care of all considerations for this event, Princess.
What?
According to the Shicho's reports, currently their bodies have taken half of the required grace. With this, they can barely stay in Partidam as half Hanabito. As Reine, Princess, you can impart the rest of the grace needed of your own power.
Me? How is that done? Specifically, how do I do that? Remember how you dealt with Akane earlier today? Akane? Yes, even if it's only half, the knights have already become Hanabito, haven't they? So, as the bond between Princess and the knights becomes stronger, the grace stored in their bodies becomes more stable.
Exactly, and therefore, you must build a secure relationship with them. I will explain the process in detail when you meet them face to face.
I understand.
I understand you could be uneasy if you don't know anything about them at all when you meet them. So, let each Shicho tell you about their knight.
Alright, I'll go first. The land I am responsible for is the northern country of Pivone. It is known as the largest country in Solvia, and its symbol is the red peony. The knight I have brought to you is called Leon. He is 24 years old, and from one of the top families in Pivone.
Wow, that sounds impressive.
Don't misunderstand the term loyal family, or you will be disappointed later on. Well, that's it for this episode. In the next episode, we will get introductions to further knights. So I hope to see you there to hear who everybody else has bought. Very shortly, we'll actually get to meet the knights themselves. So stay tuned for that. I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.